YouTuber subscribers, friends, welcome to my channel. Well, I'm back here working on the Jeep again, and the reason is about a week ago my wife's car started acting up after I put new oxygen sensors on her car. She says felt like it wanted to stall out and the check engine light came back on. So I broke down and I bought her the OEM original oxygen sensors because I took off the new Chinese oxygen sensors off her car and I tested them, and one gave me a good reading and the second one was giving me fluctuations. Sometimes it would give me a reading, sometimes it wouldn't. So I put the OEM oxygen sensors, very expensive, on her car, and haven't had the problem since. The car runs even better. So my wife said, well, since it wasn't the fuel pump, because I put a new fuel pump in this thing, and this thing is still doing the exact same thing as it was doing from the very beginning, she said, why don't you just break down and buy some new oxygen sensors for the Jeep, some OEM ones. So the dealership wanted $112 a piece, and I didn't want to pay that much, and Amazon wanted $125 a piece, and I didn't want to pay that. So I found this website. I don't know exactly the name of it, but they had this brand right here, this NTK Sensor Specialist, and I just tested all of them. They all gave me a good 5.8, 6.0 reading, every single one of them. And when I took off the oxygen sensors off of this, the Chinese aftermarket ones, 3 of them gave me readings, but all 3 were different readings, and the 4th one didn't give a reading at all. And what this Jeep is doing now, after I put the fuel pump in, before you could drive for 15-20 minutes and then it would just start stalling out on you. So that's why I thought it was a fuel pump. Even though the fuel pump was like really dirty, that wasn't the problem. Now after I put the fuel pump, when you start it up in the morning, it will run about 10-15 seconds and it will just stall out on you just completely. And then you turn the key off, wait a couple seconds, start it back up, and the car will run perfect. I could drive it anywhere as long as I don't shut it off, because once you shut it off and try to start it up again, it will stall out within the first 10-15 seconds. So I took off the old oxygen sensors, the aftermarket Chinese brand, and test them. Like I said, 3 gave me a reading and 1 didn't at all. So I broke down and I bought this OEM specifications, this NTK, and I'm going to show you. I'm going to get a reading here. Let me get this set up here. All right, I hope you can see that meter there. I'm going to test one of these right here, just show you that. My wife's like, make sure you test them before you put them in. There you go, 6.0. It'll hold at 5.7, 5.8. Every single one of these has the exact same ohms. So I tested every one of them. They all work good. So hopefully this is going to fix the problem, because other than the stalling out, this thing runs beautiful, man. It runs like a brand new car. It's even getting better gas mileage. But I broke down and bought the OEM recommendation ones, and I'm going to go put them in and we'll see how it turns out after that. Alright, props off to people who do repair videos, but here's the first one. I just broke it free. This exhaust is still warm, and I don't know how people film things while they're working on things. This is hard. This is the passenger side. I'm going to take this one off, and then I'm going to take that one off, and then put them all in. I don't know how people film doing this. This is the one that wasn't giving me a reading. This is the passenger side back one. So let me see if I can get a reading off of this now. I'm just curious. I'm not getting a reading anywhere. Let me see, can you see anything? Trying to test these 2 back here. Nothing. I'm not getting anything off of that one. Let me switch these prongs around. Man, this wire is just so strong. I got absolutely nothing. I didn't have anything when I tested this a couple weeks ago, and I still don't have anything. So this thing was only running off of 3 oxygen sensors. Alright, this is the front one off the passenger side. Much cleaner than the back one. Bank 2 downstream, bank 2 upstream. Let's see if I can get a reading on this one. See if you guys can see anything. Okay. Yeah, this one gets a 7.6. Let me see if I can move this closer here. There you go. 7.5.6. So that one's giving a good reading, but this is a Chinese aftermarket one. I don't even know what the brand is on it. It's just, it was cheap. That's why I bought these. I learned my lesson. You get what you paid for. I'm going to put the new ones on this side and then take the other 2 off. I got the driver's side off, and this is what this one looks like. Now these 2, a year and a half ago I bought 4 of these, and they were aftermarket also, and then when I got the code came back on, it said the oxygen sensors on bank 1 upstream and downstream. These were the 2 new ones that I bought. Now that one doesn't read anything at all. Out of the 4, that one didn't read anything, so now I'm going to test this one now that I got them all off, and see which one's right here. And where's the other one? Okay, that one reads, I don't know if you're going to see that. That one reads 7.8, if you can see that. And this is one from a year and a half ago. So we're going to test this one. These were on the driver's side. This one was on bank 1, upstream 1. And because these things ain't reading anything. Well, one so far doesn't read anything. And this one, this ain't reading anything. So I got 4 brand new ones that have the OEM requirements, and this isn't reading nothing. So I got 2 out of 4 that don't read anything. Yeah, this one's dead. This one's dead, and this one are dead. So it's a good thing that I got it put in. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go clear the codes, and then I'm going to start it up and see how it runs with 4 new OEM requirement oxygen sensors. It's a muggy day out. It's supposed to get rain this weekend. 79 degrees. Okay, so this is the first time I'm going to turn the key on. The check engine light is still on with the old oxygen sensors. I'm just going to turn the key on. You can hear the fuel pump kick in. Just let the computer see if it notices anything new. Then I'm going to turn it off. Then I'm going to hook up the code reader. Now, this is not a how-to. I am not a mechanic, but I'll play one on YouTube. I'm going to hook this up. I'm going to clear the codes, and then I'm going to start it up and go take it for a test drive and see what happens. What an annoying beeping noise. All right, I got the code reader on. I'm going to clear the codes. Jeep. Erase. Yes. Erase was successful. All right, now let's go take it for a test drive and see if anything changes. Start up with the new oxygen sensors. Light went out immediately. Car is idling perfectly. Wow. Normally it would die by now. Awesome sauce. Go take it for a long test drive. I'm going to put about 10 miles on it. And then come back and see if the light stays out. Wow. All this time it was the stupid oxygen sensors because I was using the cheap aftermarket Chinese oxygen sensors. Even sounds different. It feels like it's got quicker pickup. Oh man. Well, I'm glad I held out and didn't spend the $400 some from the dealership. I'll put a link to that website where I bought these in case anybody else wants to buy OEM oxygen sensors. Light's still out, car's still perfect, running perfect. Man, awesome sauce. Let's see, trip meter is 340.2, 340.3. So we got 6 miles on the meter. It's amazing how great this little Jeep runs now. Man, I put so much money in this thing the last couple of months, and all it was the oxygen sensors. You know, what they say, you get what you pay for. You're gonna buy cheap crap, Chinese crap, well, your car is gonna run like crap. I'm surprised how good it ran with 2 working oxygen sensors. 1 on each side was working. It's just amazing. I feel like I got so much more power now also when I put it on takeoffs. But I'm gonna put about 5 or 6 more miles on it and call it a win. And I'll check back in after I get back home. What do you think, Squatch? Alright, I put almost 13 miles on it. Let's see how many. This thing has 205,738 total miles. And check engine light's still off. But I've been in this position before. Go out, do long test drives, come home, shut it off, sit for a few minutes, turn it back on, and the light come back on. So what we're going to do is going to shut it off and let it sit for a little bit. And then I'm going to come back and start it up again. But let's go over what I have done to this car in the last couple of months. I've been trying to sell this car for a little over 2.5 months. But this thing has gotten a new battery, new alternator, new serpentine belt, new oil change, new spark plugs, new fuel injectors, new coil packs, new intake gasket. This hose is new. The evaporator, whatever that thing is, new. All new relays, fuses, new air filter, new radiator cap, and new gas cap. In the last, I would say, 2 months, those are all the things that have changed. Now, it did have a small radiator leak, but for some reason, it still has a little tiny leak, but this is the most I've driven it. Is it dripping? It's not dripping. So, that's going to have to be the next thing I have to change is the radiator, because summer's coming. And a grill. I need a grill here. Oh, one more thing. I need a window motor for that driver's side. My son a 1.5 years ago bought a new motor, put it in, and it lasted 3 weeks and don't work anymore. It only goes halfway down. It goes and you got to lift it up with your hands. So one thing I've learned through all this, do not buy cheap Chinese crap, especially for a Jeep Liberty, because it will not work. I've been driving this thing for the last 2 weeks, and this is the first time I've seen this since I repaired it, seen this leak. So this is probably going to be the next thing I'm going to have to change. Maybe change a new hose too, because that looks kind of puffy. But man, this thing runs like a brand new car now. This is the best it's ever run since I've had it in the last year. But yeah, definitely need a new grill and new thing. But those are down the road. Those aren't even necessary right now. So let's get in and start it up and see what happens. See if that check engine light stays on. Shut the door, that stupid bell. Check engine light is still off, the money light. 205,738. Yeah, it's due for an oil change at 208,385. How did I get 385? Yeah. But runs good. Got ice cold AC, good stereo system. All the other windows work. So yeah, take it from me, man. Don't buy cheap Chinese crap. Oh, man, I'm so happy. I gotta move the Honda back under the carport. It's supposed to rain. But yeah, even though these cheap knockoffs, Chinese crap. Looks like the rhythm. Here's one thing I noticed. The OEM factory ones have just the right amount of length for your oxygen sensor to fit and clip. These were hanging down. I had to zip tie them up because they were going to sit on the exhaust. Look how long these wires are. It's crazy. And this one, look how long this one is. It's just crazy. And these did not come with the, see, the new ones, the OEM ones come with the cap to protect the threads and some anti-seize ointment on it. These didn't come with anything. These just came in the box like this. But yeah, I'm so glad that it's fixed. So even though I'm not a mechanic, I fixed this car. Oh, it's got brand new front struts, brand new rear shocks, new tires, and new ball joints also. So I put a lot of money in this. I had, like I said, been trying to sell it because I was going to sell and buy something else. But the stuff on Facebook is so crappy that I think I'm just going to keep this. Also went out and got me a new flag too because the other one was ripped. These things last about a month and then get tore up. Anyways, that's going to be my video. Just the update. Unless that check engine light comes on, I don't think I'll be doing any more updates on this unless I get a new grill or a new window motor. But yeah, thanks for taking time to watch my video. As always, leave me a comment down below. If you take the time to leave me a comment, I'll take the time to respond to your comments. If the Lord willing and the creeks don't rise, I'll see you guys in my next video. Thanks for watching. I'm going.